Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining me on the third and final webinar with Windstar Cruises and AAA Travel's Exploration from Home series. My name is Andrea Mendelson. I'm the Regional Sales Manager with Windstar Cruises, and I'm once again excited to be here with you to share some of how Windstar's Cruises is truly 180 degrees from ordinary. At Windstar, we're all about that small, intimate ship type experience, that private yacht style experience. But let Captain Neil tell you all about that.
I'm Neil Broomhall. I'm the captain of Star Legend. I've been at sea for all of my life. We have 6 ships, 3 of them are sail, 3 of them are motor. Once you're on board, you're going to have the same Windstar experience no matter which ship you're on. The Windstar experience is this fabulous little close community, an environment where people not only enjoy their holiday, but there's a huge amount of social interaction between everybody. The significant thing with Windstar is that we get to some of the smaller out-of-the-way places, and those smaller out-of-the-way places can be somewhere that's difficult to get to. The nice thing with a shallow draft vessel like this is we can take her along many of the longer rivers and canals to get her to some of those places that the big ships obviously cannot access. All of the ships feature a water sports platform. We visit some fabulous little bays. We put the anchor down, we put the water sports platform down. We have an open bridge policy, which means the passengers will come and visit me on the bridge. They will ask me all sorts of questions about where we are, what's on the chart, how does the radar work. All of these questions we're more than happy to answer. It's a very rare thing these days to be able to have access to the bridge. Windstar are quite unusual in permitting that. Here on board, of course, we're delighted that we can do it. It's a great pleasure to be able to welcome the guests onto the bridge. We have a very close relationship with our passengers. We get to know their names, we get to know what their favourite drinks are, the waiters get to know what their requirements are in the restaurant and so on. And so we are noted for having perhaps the friendliest cruise at sea. I have to say that it is the best experience that I've had at sea. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope that I'm able to pass that joy onto the passengers, because it really is a wonderful experience here on Windstar.
So I hope Captain Neil has given you an exciting experience to look forward to. And to that end, AAA Travel has put together 5 amazing group cruises for you to share these experiences. In order of the date that they're going to be sailing, I'm going to show them to you, and I'm also going to show you some of the destinations that we go to in the time that we have. We can't go into full details and all the depth of it, but I hope it will whet your appetites and get you excited about coming to sail with Windstar Cruises. The first itinerary is called Colombian and Southern Caribbean Coastlines, leaving on November the 23rd, 2021. So it's coming up quite soon. Then we have an incredible itinerary, Adventures in Panama Canal and Costa Rica, December the 18th, 2021. We've got Windward Ways and Tobago Keys on January the 29th, 2022. And then another date for the Colombian and Southern Caribbean coastlines. This will be going in the opposite direction to the first one on the 23rd of November. So if you really want this itinerary, but you can't make it in November, what about coming to sail with us in February of 2022, February the 5th? And then last but not least, Boston Sights Warm Caribbean Nights on October the 23rd, 2023. So starting out with the first one, Colombian and Southern Caribbean Coastlines, this will be going from Bridgetown, Barbados to Colón, Panama. As you can see here, we're going to be sailing, this is an 11-day itinerary on our Windstar ship, and I'm going to give you details about that as well. Just to start off with, Bridgetown, the capital of Barbados, is a port city on the island's southwest coast. It's known for its British colonial architecture, 17th century garrison, and horse racing club. Carlisle Bay is home to 6 shipwreck dive sites, Browns Beach, and a yacht club. So you're going to start out in the beautiful town of, or the beautiful city and port of Bridgetown, Barbados. We're going to go and see Bequia. You're going to go to Meru. You're also going to see St. George's in Grenada, and then the ABC Islands, known as Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. You're also going to go to Cartagena in Colombia and end up in Panama. So our Windstar is one of our smallest sailing ships. She accommodates 148 guests, so you're truly getting that true private yacht experience. We have a ratio of crew to guests of 1 to 1.5, so 148 guests, 101 crew. You are truly going to be spoiled. She's a four-masted sailing ship. She has 4 decks and a gross tonnage of 5,736 tons. She feels like your own private yacht. We have wide open teak decks, which is quite unusual for small ships. And guests are going to find little hidden nooks for private moments, giving you truly a feeling of traveling on your own private yacht. So one of the ports that we can go to, I can tell you right now, the big ships simply can't get into. It's only small ships in these ports, and this is what's going to make our itineraries in the Caribbean and all the other places we go to so unique and unusual. Bequia is the second largest island in the Grenadines at only 7 square miles. It is part of the country's St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's approximately 15 kilometers from the national capital, Kingstown. Here we have Willemstad in Curaçao, one of the ABC Islands. It's a Caribbean Dutch island, and it's known for its beaches, tucked into coves, its expansive coral reefs with rich marine life. It's also a gateway to western beaches like Blue Bay and also popular diving sites. You're going to enjoy these beautiful pastel colors of the historic UNESCO World Heritage Site. So that brings me to tell you that all these itineraries with Windstar are not just about sun and sea and sand. You're going to see historical sites, UNESCO World Heritage Sites, interesting geographical sites, lots of culture on all our itineraries. As an example, coming into Cartagena in Colombia, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's surrounded by a 400-year-old wall and contains so many churches and fortresses and restored colonial mansions. So again, you're really going to see some interesting sites. This itinerary is going to end in Colón, Panama. It's the capital city of the Colón province, and it sits on the Caribbean coast, the entrance to the Panama Canal. So again, if you're interested in doing an itinerary that's going to incorporate the Panama Canal, what about doing adventures in Panama and Costa Rica? This is going to go from Colón, Panama to Puerto Caldero, and it's on the 18th of December, 2021. It is a 10-day itinerary, also on the beautiful Windstar, which is the ship that I described to you a little earlier. So look at this exciting itinerary. Even though you're going to sail through the entire Panama Canal on this itinerary, which takes a day, you can still, when you arrive earlier, learn about all of this and more at the Visitor Center at Miraflores, where you can watch an IMAX documentary of the history of the canal, and it's actually narrated by Morgan Freeman. At Miraflores, you can also watch the ships in transit just a few meters away. You're going to go through Panama, and then you're going to end up going to different ports, interesting small little ports in Costa Rica, and you're going to end up in Puerto Caldera, Costa Rica. So again, this is arguably one of the most famous attractions in Panama, of course, the Panama Canal, and it's one of the 7 wonders of the modern world. And it's simply a must-see. And this is the opportunity that we give you at Windstar Cruises to be totally immersed in this experience. When these locks open and close, you rise up and down with the water, and you are truly in the experience. In fact, I did it, and this is one of my own photographs, and I hope you can see in the background a huge big cruise ship traveling there. I'm sure these guests had a wonderful time, but we were in the experience, immersed and having a unique experience. This Panama Canal is an artificial 82-kilometer waterway, and it connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. You're going to get a pilot guide on board who's going to explain everything to you, and it is quite a remarkable experience. But you're also going to see unique ports of call in Costa Rica. Here they enjoy a 5% of the world's biodiversity. Amazing wildlife. You're going to see macaws, monkeys, different kinds of hawks, toucans, beautiful species of animals when you travel to the different ports of call in Costa Rica. The next itinerary, the Windward Ways and Tobago Keys. This is from Bridgetown to Oranjestad, which is in Aruba, going on the 29th of January 2022. This is 8 days on the beautiful windsurf. And here you're going to visit places like, well, starting in Bridgetown, but you're going to go to Tobago, you're going to see St. Lucia, you're going to see Moreau again, St. George's in Grenada, and then the 3 ABC islands, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. You will be sailing on our beautiful flagship, the Windsurf. She's our largest sailing vessel. She accommodates 342 guests, and what a stunning experience when you stand on deck and we unfurl these sails and you sail away with wonderful sail away music from one exquisite port to the next. Some of the ports that you're going to see in the Grenadines is Miro, with fewer than 300 inhabitants and miles of secluded beaches. Here, it's truly easy to feel as if you're on your own private island. So you're coming from an experience of feeling like you're on your own private yacht to going onto your own private island. Oranjestad in Aruba. This is the capital of the Dutch island. It's also in the Caribbean, and it's also known for having some of the best beaches in the Caribbean. It also gives you easy access amongst the brightly hued Dutch colonial buildings. You can browse galleries, shops, and museums. So again, it's not just beach and sun and sand, as I explained to you. You're truly going to have a great experience. Here we've got Boston sights and warm Caribbean nights. This is going to go from Boston to San Juan on the 23rd of October, 2022. It's 11 days on our Star Pride. Our Star Pride is one of our refurbished ships. I don't know if you were on my previous webinars, but I am going to give you a little brief update on it. Here you're going to travel from Boston. You're going to go to different ports in Bermuda. You're going to go to, of course, the Caribbean and get to see St. Kitts, St. Bart's, and Virgin Gorda, and then end up in Puerto Rico. Our Star Pride is one of our 3 beautiful ships that has been newly refurbished. We've added in a section that will give us an extra 50 suites for an additional 100 guests. We've upgraded with 2 new specialty restaurants, a spa, fitness facility, retail facility, and it's going to be as if you're sailing on a brand new ship. We're going to go to places like Gustavia, St. Bart's. This is a French-speaking Caribbean island, and it's known for its white sand beaches and designer shops. Again, here you can see only the small ships can get in here, and if the big ships come, you're going to be docked way out to sea. In St. Kitts, another beautiful place, Basseterre. How unusual. What a beautiful port. It's not just your Miamis and Fort Lauderdales and Key West. We take you to these unique, intriguing, off the beaten path places in the Caribbean and elsewhere. Virgin Gorda. Did you know you could go here? This is part of the British Virgin Islands. It's in the West Indies. It's about 80 miles off the east coast of Puerto Rico, and it forms 2 triangles joined by a spit or a point of land. This peninsula in the southwest is flat and strewn with enormous granite boulders, some more than 30 feet high, 9 meters high. And you can actually go and see them and swim in the sea here. It is a beautiful experience, ending up, of course, in San Juan. So what is included when you book through AAA Travel? You are going to get $100 per person shipboard credit. And I encourage you to find out more information or make a booking on these fabulous itineraries through AAA Travel at 1-800-222-7448. Again, we're waiting. We're looking forward to welcome you on board. We can't wait to share these experiences with you. And I thank you again for your attention. And thank you to AAA for inviting me here to share this information with you. Take care, everybody, and be safe. Thank you.